Okay, so two ways we can approach this problem. I'm going to do this first the old-fashioned way, and that's to pull out the triangles that you have. So I have two sides from this red triangle. I'm going to flip them over so my right angle's up top, and I've got the short leg and the hypotenuse. I also have two sides from this small triangle on the right. So I'm going to flip him over, and I have the little leg, or I'm looking for the little leg A, and we're given the hypotenuse. So if you pull apart the triangles, it should always be easier to set up your proportion. So now I can see, I'm going to set it up using our geometric mean. So 12 and 6. I don't know where I got chopped off, but I pulled these triangles apart, and now I want to set this up. And the 6 is the side they both have in common, so I want to keep that as my mean. So I'm going to use this triangle first. I'm going to do hypotenuse over leg equals, for this triangle, hypotenuse over leg. And my 6's kind of look like bees, but that would be our setup. So our shortcut for this that we did I did in the last video, is talking about a boomerang method. So we go through the sides we're given. We're given this big side 12 and this side 6. So a hypotenuse and a leg. So 12 and 6. And then I go back along to get to A. I'm going to use that 6 again, and then the side length A. So I always think hypotenuse leg, and then back along another hypotenuse leg. So 12 over 6 equals 6 over A. And then we can solve after that. So I'll get 12A equals 6 squared, 6 times 6. And then 12 does go into 36 3 times, so we're all set. So our first example. All right, let's try out another one here with another method. So here we're given the altitude. So if you guys remember from class or the other video, the altitude's going to be our geometric mean. And then we're going to use that hypotenuse that's broken up. But again, we can always pull out these two triangles. So I always just take them out, set them up the same orientation, whichever way that is. Draw this guy in red. So I want the right angle to be facing the same way. So this would be long leg, little leg. Making sure everything looks good. Big leg, little leg. Big leg, little leg. Seems like we're good. So I can do, and however we want to do this, like I can deal with this triangle first and say 27 over x, right? Long leg over little leg equals long leg over little leg. That's our setup. Or again, in class, we talked about using this heartbeat method. So if you're given the altitude, we need to go along the hypotenuse, up and back down our altitude. So we use x twice and 9. So I go 27x, x, 9 and fill those in. 27x, x, 9. And then solving here. So on one side, I get 27 times 9. On the other side, I get x squared. Instead of multiplying, since we're going to simplify these radicals anyway, I just start my factor tree. Because we can take out a 9, right? Also, 27 is 9 times 3. 9 is 3 times 3. So I can pull out a couple things. I can pull out a 3. We can take square root of 9. And we're just left with a 3 under there. So 9 root 3.